Hey guys, how's it going? Mark Scott Stop back at it again. One of the guys asked me to do a quick video on how I trade options as a trading vehicle. So I'm just going to go over it real quick. I'm pretty simple with it. So basically what I'm doing is I basically just look at charts. So this is FIVE. If we're looking at this one, what I'm basically doing is like I'm looking at it. If I see that it might be able to break out and push higher, I start looking for spots where it can go. So on this one, I have resistance at $128, right? I mean, 28 cents, right? So with my mind frame, right, I typically wouldn't go much more further than that. If I do, I'm probably going to go a buck or two out further than this, but I'm already out of the money. So now my goal is pretty much just to hit this target, and that's what I'm looking for. And then what I'm trying to do is find something, an option contract that has a decent delta. So with this little move, I can probably make a nice. So let's just say if I have an option with a 10-cent delta, then I know from a 96, where is the trade at 96? That's about a 4-point move. So you're looking at a 40% return on this one. So I want a higher return on that, especially with the move that I'm looking at. So what I'll look for is probably try to find a delta 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents, whatever the case may be. So any little move, I can get a nice flip on my position. So if you want, what we can do is, since we're looking at this chart and 5 is up, I'm gonna screen share my phone so that you can see what I'm looking at. But what I would be looking at is probably 100 calls on this one. At the look of it, if we can break this out, and I think we'll hit 100 bucks at least, right? So now what I do is I just flip it and I go look at my option contracts, which I'll just screen share my phone, right? Not sure if you guys can see it, but it's over here to the left right here. So basically on this left side right here, that's all your calls, right? If you're thinking the stock is going to push higher, that'll be this side. And if you look to the right side, this is if you think the stock is going to go. Phone sucks, networking seems like. Anyway, but so what I'll be looking at, since I think that this is probably has room to 100, I'll probably be looking at these 250, 95, and 225. So to me, I'm looking at the spread, kind of a spread. I typically will wait to see if the spread can tighten up a little bit before I would pull the trigger on this one. But if I did, it would be either this 100 calls, what I'll be looking at. If you look at the other ones, spreads are kind of bad on those. So me personally, I probably stay right in here. It's pretty bad here as well, but we're not looking at that. I would wait for these spreads to tighten up before I would take them, right? So I'll be looking at the 100 calls. And then what I also look at is the delta. If you look here, here's the Greeks, the delta on the 100 calls is 35 cents. So you're looking at a 2-3 point move. You almost pretty much made 100% on this investment. So if you did spend 250 for one contract, then at that point you're looking at 100% return on that one. So you pretty much flipped your money real quick. And that's basically how I look at options and how I use options in trading view. Like I said, I pay attention to the spread. I look at the Greeks, which is, you can see here, the delta. Gamma just tells you how much more your contracts will grow after that. And the theta, if I decide to swing, how much it would be increasing as time goes by. Other than that, it's pretty much straightforward, simple how I use it. I get a lot of grief about how I use it because they're saying that I'm just too simple with it. So that's just me. Like I said, this is how I use it as a trading view. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to reach out, ask. I try to answer it best as possible. But again, a lot of people have issues because I just trade so simple. It's just my way of trading with options. I don't get into the butterfly, iron condors, and all that other stuff. Just don't like it. Well, I can't say I don't like it. I never tried it. I'm not willing to try. I'm okay with just doing straight calls and puts and equity on the other side. So it's just how I trade. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Again, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to the channel, like, whatever the case may be. Take care, guys.